said what I said, period. That's how I feel. If Errol fight him today, next week, next month, Errol would knock him out.
It's Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford is good, but he's not what people make him say. Not pound for pound. Lomachenko not pound for
We got
pound.
3 coaches. We don't know who the head coach is. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm a way better fighter than Terence Crawford. Who has he fought? The only name fight you fight is York's Game Boy, the guy that he fought. I fought Lamar Peterson, Chris Algieri, Kell Brook. I mean, and how many fights he got? 30-some fights? You know, like I said, he's a great fighter, things like that, but you can't put him to me. And like I said, Terence Crawford on the wrong side of the street. It's me, it's Danny Garcia, we got Sean Porter, we got Keith Thurman, we got Ugas. We got a lot of fighters over here. Who he has? If he was an A-level fighter, Bob Ray would have been gave him the fight with Manny Pacquiao, but he gave it to Jeff Horn. Why is that?
Vegas or New York.
And then when I stop him, they're gonna say he's too small.
Hey, so when I stop him, y'all gonna say he was too weak.
On my
and,
life.
And he stayed at 147.
You would not stop
too
me.
long.
You would not stop me.
Okay.
Crazy. What's he been smoking on? Ask Jamel, who the hardest been hit by.
Something was wrong with Earl before that fight.
Where did you see the complications? Like, was it in the locker room?
I seen,
doing
man,
the pad?
fuck nah, hell nah. I seen that shit 2-3 days before the fight.
Do you believe in the rematch it would be the same thing?
I ain't gonna lie to you. In my personal opinion, and now I probably get a whole bunch of grief behind this shit, and I really don't even care. In my personal opinion, I think if they rematch, it'll probably be worse, and I don't think it has anything to do with Terrence.
Shout out to Mill City Boxing, who's doing big things. This fight has affected more people than the Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder saga. So much that some of these content creators are shutting their channels down. They don't even want to do boxing anymore. And you know what channels they are if you're on the YTBC streets. Maybe I should use the word rebranding. They're rebranding their channels. They don't want to cover boxing after this defeat Errol Spence has faced, which tells me a lot of fans feel the same way Gary Russell feels. They don't see Spence winning the rematch. The funny thing about it is Gary Russell Jr. said he saw Spence 3 days before the fight and he didn't look right. With that being said, Gary Russell Jr. still picked Errol Spence to win the fight. And to be honest with you, I didn't see no difference in Errol Spence. He may have been rusty with a little the layoff he had, but I saw Errol Spence trying to do the same tactics that he used against Danny Garcia, Yordenis Ugas, Kell Brook. But Danny Garcia, Yordenis Ugas are not Terence Crawford. They had you fooled. Danny Garcia is not an elite 147-pounder. Neither is Yordenis Ugas. Fact is, before Errol Spence beat him, Yordenis Ugas lost 3 or 4 fights before that. And Danny Garcia had 2. Matter of fact, I would take Green Machine over those 2 any day in the week, twice on Sunday. The fact is, that Errol Spence would have beat that level of opposition July 29th. There are levels to this. Errol Spence is a good fighter. Terence Crawford is an all-time great fighter. And you could say Errol Spence is drained at the weight, but Errol Spence has been drained at the weight a long time. What happened to Errol Spence Saturday is simple. It was Terence Bud Crawford. And that's why you did not see the regular Errol Spence, because he usually dominated his opponents. That Saturday night, he was being dominated by an elite fighter. Was he drained at the weight? He probably was, but he's been drained at the weight a long time. It just didn't start July 29th. I do give credit to Spence for making a fight, because he's the only one on his team that wanted to fight. Errol Spence kept his word. He wanted to see if he was the best at 147. He wasn't, but at least he was daring to be great. Al Heyman and Derek James did not want this fight. Spence fans and aerosexuals wanted to fight, but Derek James and Al Heyman did not want this fight. Even Floyd said if he had Errol Spence, he would move him to 160 or 168. They knew the deal. Now, Derek James Got to show us what he's made of in the rematch and try to solve the Terence Crawford puzzle. Anyway, what do you think about Gary Russell's comments? And what do you think about the lightweight showdown we might be getting? Frank Martin against Shakur Stevenson. I think it's a good fight. I'm still giving Shakur Stevenson the edge. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Jay Beezy, I'm gone.